I be coming from a place where you better pray. I see never.
Hey y'all, it's Vybez and I'm back with another video. Welcome to the Vybez show. If you are new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. So today's video, y'all, is gonna be an unpopular opinions video. I see people make these videos all the time and I love them, so I want to make my own. The first unpopular opinion I want to jump into is going to be about Ciara. I love Ciara. I love Ciara, y'all. I remember when she first came out. Her and Chris Brown were my favorite singers and dancers around that time when they first came out. First thing I want to say about her, I do not see why y'all was tripping about her dress. I think at this point everybody knows it was the theme. That's how she wanted to dress. That's how she wanted to dress. I don't get why everybody's so mad about it. Like, I guess she's married or whatever. But if her husband's cool, everybody else should be cool. It's not even that he let her wear it, because I feel like she's still her own person. If that's what she wanted to wear, then that's what she wanted to wear. Everybody always calling Russell a simp. And y'all been like that before she wore that dress. Y'all been talking about their relationship. Y'all been always having something to say. Like, let this married couple be happy. Like, everybody need to mind their business. This man got money for days. This lady been doing her own thing before. And this leads me into my second unpopular opinion. It's about them still. Well, it's about Ciara. Number two, unpopular opinion number two. Ciara, I don't get why people was mad about the song she made. I don't think it dropped yet, but it was basically talking about this is for the girls that don't need no man. Like, it was like a little bot. Everybody's mad because she's talking about basically being an independent woman and stuff like that, and she got a man. My next unpopular opinion, how is she not independent? Like, just because she's married don't make her not independent. Like, this woman has built herself up. She is not just a random that Russell found and married. This woman has been in the spotlight since 2004. This woman has been a dancer, a singer. This woman is amazing. Like, this woman is multi-talented. She makes music. Like, I love Ciara. I don't care. I don't care what you're talking about. Like, it's not even just about me being biased. Like, at the end of the day, like, she really is independent. She really did make her own name. She really has been famous. Like, it's not her fault that she got a football player. That's what God sent her. Russell said it himself. She don't need him.
You didn't need me. Man wanted me. But you didn't need me. You didn't need me. That was sexy to me.
So at the end of the day, she been doing her own thing. Like, that's cool. She's a housewife now. I think she worked hard for that and she deserved that. She ain't just come out the gate being a housewife. She worked really hard to get where she is. And she's still an entertainer. I still am here for seeing Ciara dance. People be on some, who still want to see her? I still want to see Ciara. Like, girl, I'm here for you. I'm here for your music, baby. I'm here for your dance moves. Like, I love Ciara. I love to see her as an artist. Like, I don't care if it's for Ciara, the housewife. Like, not saying that she deserves that. She deserves to be that. But I know Ciara as a dancer. I know Ciara as a singer. I love to see her craft. Like, I grew up as a black girl seeing her. Like, this is the things that amaze me about her. Not her being Russell Wilson's wife or Future's baby's mom. Because I'm tired of y'all putting her in that category too. Like, she's just his baby mom. This woman has been grinding before either one of them was famous. Like, before her husband was even a football player, and before he was even in the NFL, she was a grinder. And before her baby's dad was even on the music scene, she been a grinder. Like, y'all need to put some respect on this woman's name as a music artist, as a dancer. Like, for real. My sister is very independent and she can definitely make a song that's gonna be a bop to me. I don't care if she's married or not. It's gonna be a bop, period. My sister could keep making a song about being an independent woman, because she's not somebody that came up off her husband or her baby's dads. She don't have to mention them. And none of her work that she does. She doesn't have to. She could do interviews and not mention either. So at the end of the day, like, put some respect on Ciara's name, please. Let her do what she want to do. This kind of leads me to my third popular opinion, because we're talking about Ciara. You know, her husband's a football player, right? We know he gets all this money. He didn't probably, of course, surpass Ciara in earnings, of course, by now. But she deserves that. Like I said, that's fine. Like, there's nothing wrong with that just because she's not the breadwinner. Like, but anyway, this leads me to my third unpopular opinion. Sports are a distraction. Sports are definitely just here to distract us and keep us blinded. I do not see why athletes get paid more than doctors. That's something I never really understood. Everybody don't even watch football. Like, football is only an American sport. That is not a worldwide sport. Like, everybody does not watch football around the world, but yet these athletes in America are getting paid so much money. Basketball is international. But at the end of the day, I think athletes are overpaid. I think it's crazy that they're getting paid millions. I watched this video, this guy, he was talking about how, like, he was basically talking about how Russell Wilson over, since he pretty much started getting paid from football, he's been paid over or close to $1 billion. I think that's crazy because you're only a football player for so many years too. Like, your career is only going to last so long. Like, some people, like, if you're a quarterback, you could probably milk your way to a longer career. Like, I know Brett Favre had a, like, pretty long career and stuff like that. But I feel like it's ridiculous how much they get paid. Like, I really do. Long story short, doctors are out here saving people's lives. They're dealing with trauma every day. I used to work in a nursing home, and I worked in the kitchen. And it was crazy because they used to have to bring the dead bodies downstairs through the kitchen. That's kind of what made me realize I didn't want to go into the nursing field. Just having to see the dead bodies and deal with the dead bodies. Like, I can't do that. I got a weak stomach. Me personally, I got a weak stomach for a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that's in the nursing field that will have me not wanting to be there. The money's good, I know that, but it will be a miserable life for me. But yeah, but regardless, I feel like people in that profession should be getting paid more, to be honest, because some of them are risking their lives dealing with certain types of patients. Others of them are dealing or saving lives, or literally out here having to save lives, and it's very traumatic. You gotta do that on a daily basis and shit up like that. And I think it's crazy how athletes are paid, to be honest. But yes, I think they're paid so well because they're such a good distraction. And that's another reason why Kyrie got in so much trouble for sharing the video about the Hebrew Israelites. I can't remember what the name of the movie was, but he got in so much trouble just for sharing it. This man did not direct this movie. They act like this man directed this movie. They act like this man the one that put it on Amazon and started selling it. They act like this man's the one getting paid off of this movie. He's not getting not $1 off this movie, but yet he got in so much trouble from the NBA. But anyways, that's number 3. Unpopular opinion number 4. This one might be kind of popular. I don't know. We'll see. Personally, I love Chris Brown. So I'm literally saying this out of not being biased because, yeah, I used to be pro biased when it came to his craft and his artistry. Now, me personally, I ain't gonna lie. I'm the type of person, I know how to separate the art from the artist and still listen and not be all obsessed with the artist. There's a point in time I used to not know how to do that. Probably when I was a teenager, but I'm grown now. That don't mean nothing because there's a whole bunch of grown people who still idolize these celebrities. But I say this to say, I grew up like literally idolizing Chris Brown. I hate that word, but I probably really did. Like, I used to download his app, make sure I was on every song he drops. Any story he was in, I wanted to know about it. These days, I do not care. Like, I don't care about not one celebrity. Like, if they come up, they come up. And I'm going to put my opinion on it. Don't get me wrong. I say all this to say, I think that people have the right to feel however they want about him. Because, yeah, Rihanna was a long time ago. But Karrueche wasn't that long ago. And she still got, like, an active restraining order. And then plus, too, I'm a black woman. I got to be real. I heard colorist stories over the years of him not letting, like, you know, dark-skinned girls in the club, like, just black girls, period. I don't know if it's just dark-skin or what. I think that's crazy. A lot of us are his, like, fan base. Don't get me wrong. I love his music. He's, like, real iconic. He makes great music, and he's an amazing dancer. Like I said, growing up, Ciara and Chris Brown, they was literally my top 2, but I didn't. If people don't want to forgive him, they don't have to forgive him. He did a lot of stuff over the years. Me personally, I'm going to still support his music when he drops something. Don't get me wrong. Like, if people don't want to support him, they do not have to support him. There's a lot of people that feel entitled in this world, and of course I don't know him personally, but from the stories I've seen over the years, like, he's really entitled. First of all, we already know he's going down in history as one of the greatest. But at the end of the day, his attitude, yeah, I can't condone that. So if people want to give him a pass, cool. If they don't, I don't see nothing wrong with that because he have been doing a whole bunch of weird stuff over the years. And I must say, a lot of these men that got, like, emotional issues and stuff, it is not harmful when they don't want to be around black women, in my opinion, because you see what they be doing to their preference. Karrueche had to get a restraining order on him, and, like, that's crazy as fuck. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. I don't want to be loved that much, period. I never want to be loved that much. And that's not love, of course. Like, they say there's a thin line between love and hate. I think that's obsession and just attachment issues. Because if you really love somebody, you want to see them happy regardless if they with you or not. or whatever they're doing. You just want to see them happy. But if you're obsessed with somebody, that means you want to be a part of their life in every way. You don't want them to be doing nothing unless you're involved in some way. That's not really love. That's just an unhealthy attachment. There's certain things I'm grateful to God that I didn't have to go through, and some things that I'm grateful that I got away from. Unpopular opinion number 5. Emotions are not a bad thing. Not knowing how to control your emotions or navigate through your emotions is a bad thing. My thing with the rule, a lot of people just think emotions is just when you're crying. Emotions are anger, frustration, irritation, literally a feeling. Any feeling you get is an emotion. Knowing how to control any of that, you have to learn how to do that. Learning how to not be aggravated or agitated or irritated with people is learning to navigate through your emotions. Somebody say something you don't like, instead of automatically knowing, thinking you know what they're about to say, sometimes calm down. Learn how to calm yourself down just to listen. Even if you know something that's going to probably irritate you, learn how to work through that irritation. Working through all your emotions is goal. It's something that's going to help you really good in life. Learn how to not to get angry or let your anger control you. It's easy to prove that you can fuck some shit up and do something and make people mad and, you know, ruin somebody's life, but it's not easy to prove that you can walk away and let it go and not let it bother you so much and just not even let that energy have your stomach hurting, have your head hurting. That's the worst feeling. I used to be mad all the time. The feeling of having your stomach hurting because you can't calm down. The feeling of having your head hurting and it's taking a whole day for you to calm down. Who wants to feel like that? The feeling of every time you think of a person, they got so much power over you that they make a certain emotion come up immediately. You gotta work through that. Learn how to not hate people. Learn how to not be worried about acting out revenge all the time. Learn how to just let things go and focus on you and put all your energy into your life. That is really, truly the best revenge. Like, learn how to navigate through your emotions, and that, I'm telling you, that's truly the best revenge. I really genuinely think polygamy is a myth. I don't see how polygamy could be beneficial in no way possible. The only way I genuinely see polygamy working out for people is if there's a lesbian couple and they decide they one day might want to switch it up a little bit and have a different experience, and they both decide to pick out a man to bring in to the picture. I kind of think that's the only way that would work. But I feel like if it's a man and a woman, it's never going to work. And the reason I feel like that, because if y'all go out and bring a woman into y'all relationship, I think there's always going to be competition amongst the two women. I think that a lot of women are into their ego a lot. I think that a lot of women want to be seen as number one. Women cannot share no man. And also, the man is going to be in his ego too, because the two women, like, they're going to want the women to be constantly praising them. If the women genuinely start liking each other more than they like the man, that man ain't going to be able to handle that. He's going to be insecure and he's going to go out and start looking for more women. Most people who want a polygamous relationship are really just, they can want to push their ego off on people. Like, I really don't see how polygamy can genuinely work. And another thing, like, if y'all can not make a relationship work with, like, two people, like, how is bringing more people in helping that? Like, you know what I mean? I always feel like there's going to be somebody cheating, because there'll be people cheating in like, two people relationships. So there's going to be somebody cheating in a polygamous relationship. I feel like the person who's not getting enough attention, whether it be one of the females or the male, they're going to go seek other outside attention. If one of the women feel like they're not good enough or they're not getting enough attention for the man, they're definitely going to seek outside attention from another man, or, you know, have their own little man on the side, which is cheating in a relationship. Or there's probably going to be constantly fighting amongst the two women, or the man is not going to feel appreciated and he's not going to feel like he's getting his daily praise and daily dose of I'm a king from these women and stuff. Yeah, I don't really see how polygamy could work. But if I'm so open to talking about this in the comments, so, like, if y'all have different opinions. But I really think this polygamous thing has been being pushed on, like, since, like, I don't know, like, around the rise of all these different manosphere podcasts and stuff coming about. Like, I have not been hearing about polygamy so much in my life until, like, this time. I think some things genuinely work for some people. Everybody's different, but I have seen a lot of men that are supposed to be spiritual, talking about, oh, men are not supposed to be meant to be with one woman. But at the end of the day, they think women's supposed to be with one man. And I just think it's crazy. Like, you know what I mean? I just think it's crazy. I don't see how a lot of men think that women's main purpose is to take their shit, like, you know, just clean up after them, cook for them, have their babies, and then let them do whatever they want to do. I don't get it. Like, we be wanting other things too. We do not be satisfied all the time with just one man. And I'm just keeping it real. We can be, we could force ourselves to be, but there's always something that the man be lacking too. Like, that's why a lot of women be cheating too. Let's keep it real. Because if we were just talking about that, let's just talk about this. I don't think Jada cheated on Will. Like, this is my next point. Jada did not cheat on Will with August Alsina. And this is because August clearly said he asked Will for his permission. Some couples have open relationships. I think that sometimes people just can't fathom a woman having her cake and eating it too. I feel like they been had whatever going on in a relationship. It seemed like Will was still messing with his ex-wife, or I don't know. You never know. But like, it seemed like they have an open relationship where they both can do what they want. If this man asked her husband for permission the other day, can't nobody say that she put this man through anything, because he knew what was going on. And Will clearly admitted he knew what was going on too. She didn't cheat. She got permission. They have an open relationship. That's just their terms of their relationship, and that's nobody's business but theirs. So my next two unpopular opinions, they're probably going to contradict each other a little bit, but oh well. My next one is, I feel like women are doing more healing work than men. Now, a lot of women are getting into it for the wrong reasons. A lot of women are getting into it for a man. Don't get me wrong, because love is what probably gets you into that line of work regardless. But, you know, you just probably need to heal from a breakup. You probably been through a lot of childhood trauma, like stuff like that. So you're going to walk down that path. But a lot of women never get out of that path. When you go down and start learning about, like, you know, healing work, you start learning about tarot, you start learning about, you know, meditation, all these different things. You're going to come across hearing about twin flames and soulmates and stuff like that. It's inevitable. So I feel like a lot of people would be getting into it for that, because they think this man is their soulmate. They think this man is their twin flame. And sometimes a lot of women never come out of that energy. But the goal is to come out of that energy and focus on yourself. Focus on building yourself. Focus on becoming the best you. Not because you feel like it's going to attract the perfect partner. But you need to become the best you for you, because at the end of the day, you're the one that has to save you. Ain't nobody going to come on a white horse and save you. Ain't nobody about to come on a yacht and save you. You got to build yourself up, be the best you that you can be. You got to learn how you're going to survive out here, take care of yourself. You got to learn how you're going to be sufficient in life. You got to learn what image you want to build for yourself. You got to learn what career path you want to take, what things you want to do that's going to bring you money, and that's going to make you happy as well. I personally do feel like women are doing more healing work though. I watched this video on YouTube the other day. This dude was talking about, he was asking men if they were doing their self-improvement work, and his idea was self-improvement was basically having sex with all these women, like getting women to be your sneaky link. That's what y'all self-improvement is these days. That's not self-improvement. It's anything that's like devaluing yourself, because I feel like even as a man, you shouldn't be sleeping with all these different people. You're giving yourself spiritually to people. You're having all these different ties with people. You're definitely devaluing yourself. I do feel like as far as real healing work goes, women are more active at that. My next one, which is going to kind of contradict what I just said, I think there are more narcissistic women than men. I say this because somebody got to raise these narcissistic men. Somebody's teaching them how to think. Somebody is enabling everything that they're doing. It's usually a woman behind them, whether it be their mother, whether it be their grandmother, whether it be their baby mother, whether it be their sister, whether it be their aunties. These narcissistic men, they got women for sure behind them, backing them up, cheering on her every move, definitely like, oh, you're not wrong, just enabling them, like letting them be how they are. And me personally, with the men in my life, I'm going to tell you if you're wrong. Like, you can't come over here to be enabled. You're going to be mad at me by the time you hang up the phone, because I'm going to be like, yeah, nah, you got some things you got to look in the mirror at too. You're probably going to hang up. If you're really a true narcissist, you're going to hang up the phone and hate me, because I'm not enabling you. Like, I'm going to let you know what you're doing wrong to these women that you're messing with. Don't come to me thinking I'm going to enable you, because I'm really going to give you it straight up. If you don't want to hear no real advice, don't come to me, like, because I'm going to tell you about yourself. Just because you got narcissistic traits don't mean you're actual narcissist. But I think a lot of people are enabled by the people around them, so, you know, they grew up being a certain way. You gotta really sit with yourself and realize what you don't like about yourself and realize what you need to change. Like that take a lot of courage, and a lot of people ain't willing to do that. When you're in a relationship, a lot of women could like be inconsiderate of the things that they do. Like I had female friends who were terrible friends. Only thing about them, they had a lot of men that like they use for certain things. There's a reason why I'm very limited on who I'm friends with and who I allow to access my energy, because I have come across a lot of narcissistic females. So at the end of the day, I'm not going, like, I'm a woman. I see a lot of things men do wrong to women that make them act a certain way. But at the end of the day, I've seen a lot of women do things too. I feel like all this women are the prize, men are the prize. I'm tired of that conversation because, nah, don't get me wrong. Like, I feel like ain't no man gonna ever come to me and tell me he's the prize, because I feel like men who even use that term, like, you're off the bat, you're only using that term because you want me to compete with another woman. Like, you're coming to me telling me you're the prize, and you're trying to size me up because you feel like I gotta compete. You want me to compete for your love, and it's a game to you, but like at the end of the day, I could really be putting my whole heart on the line. You ain't about to have me looking dumb because you think you bored and you want to have some fun. I feel like most women who say that they're the prize, they just know their worth. They're not gonna bother to put up with a man cheating on them, beating on them. But at the end of the day, I'm just keeping it real. There's a lot of women who are very beautiful, who are very, like, will use their sex appeal in a minute to get what they want. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like only a naive men will fall for certain type of things. But at the end of the day, only naive women will fall for certain type of things. So I think it's all fair game. When you all really think about it, it's all fair game. We all going through learning lessons. We all out here learning what type of people we want to deal with, what type of people we don't want to deal with. Like, you going to come across certain men so you can know what kind of men you do want to deal with and what kind of men you don't want to deal with. And if you're a man, you're going to come across certain women so you can know what type of woman you want to deal with and what type you don't want to deal with. You're supposed to put every woman in the same type of box, and you ain't supposed to put every man in the same type of box. Everybody get treated differently. Like, you got to treat people accordingly. You got to give people time and fill them out, get to know their personality. Don't just go off of looks. Don't just go off of money. Don't just go off of what they're driving, how they're living, how they portray themselves to be. Like, you gotta really get to know people and then decide what type of box you want to put them in. I think I'm going to end this video right here. I have more unpopular opinions I want to do, but I'm going to save them for another video. Thank you for tuning in once again. If you want to listen to some of my music, check out my musical here on this page. I'm also on Apple Music, Spotify, all those other platforms too. Viney Vybez, just search it. If you like crystals, candles, jewelry, soaps, all that stuff, check out my website, vineyvibrations.com, and place your order today. I do shipping. Yep, thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for supporting me in any type of way. And see you in the next video.